Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Countdown to Longpoint, a mini video series detailing my preparation for the Longpoint Longsword tournament, which is happening this week. I'm curious to see how I'm going to do more than anything else, and I'm really looking forward to meeting other people who are just as interested in historical sword fighting as I am. There are 25 people in the synthetic longsword tournament itself, and they divided that into 5 different pools of 5 people each. Within each of those pools, we are going to fight everybody there. These 4 guys are the people that I am going to be facing come Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The person who wins the most matches will move on to the semifinals on Saturday. Besides my tournament and all the other tournaments going on, there are also workshops and classes that are happening throughout the weekend. So even if I'm not fighting, I'll get to learn some really cool things from other people that have been doing this far longer than I have been. This last week I did a lot of sparring. So I faced my instructor quite a few times, and I also faced one of my classmates. And I think that I'm doing a lot better. I right now have the issue where I think I look more nervous than I am, because a lot of times I'm fighting and I'm not actually scared or intimidated or nervous. I'm just thinking, and I guess that comes across as being hesitant. So I don't know how to fix that other than to stop thinking. Is that a thing? Is that something I should be doing? I guess? I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. This last week I've also really been working on stretching a lot, especially my shoulders and my hip area. I'm trying to keep them as loose as possible so that come tournament time I'm not gonna hurt myself. The really good news is that I didn't get any new awful bruises really. I did get one on my arm. I mean, at this point you can barely see it. It kind of smarted a little bit. Another reason why maybe I'm not getting hurt as much is because I have finally acquired all of my gear. These are my new shin guards, and I just stick them under my boots. They were cheap and they're cool. They're bright neon pink. That's awesome. The other thing I've gotten, I've got a skirt. Basically this protects my thighs and my hips and also my groin, and it really looks like a samurai skirt, so I feel really awesome wearing it. Finally, I've gotten my helmet. It's got all-around protection from the back to the front. It's got leather here on the sides and on the back. I'm a big fan. I mean, it looks kind of funky when I have it on, kind of like bunny ears, I've been told, but it does protect the head very well. My one issue is the fact that I measured my head to get the exact measurements, to get the right size, and I think it's too big. I've got a little bit of wiggle room in there, and it kind of moves around, which is extremely annoying. But unfortunately, I have claimed this with my sweat, so there is no returning it. I've got to figure out somehow to adjust it and make it fit better. I have squeezed it in and squeezed it this way, and that does make it fit a little bit better, but it's this way. I need to somehow squeeze it this way to make it work. Lessons from this last week, a lot of it has been practical, in the moment teachings that I've gotten from sparring, and my favorite thing that I learned was disarming somebody. When you're very close to someone and maybe you're in some sort of bind, your weapon is on theirs and you're fighting just to keep control, keep them from hitting you, and you're within maybe even less than a foot from this person, there's a way, you've got both your hands up and you're keeping that sword from hitting you, where you actually release your left hand, punch it over theirs and through, you use the back of your hand, disarming their sword, bam, punch them in the face with your hilt or the pommel, score yourself a point that way. My instructor did it to me and I was extremely surprised. I don't know that I'll get to use them in the upcoming tournament, but they're really cool things that I would love to practice and get better at. So finally, as I'm getting ready for this tournament, I am currently trying to decide exactly how I'm going to wear my hair and do my makeup. I'm partly kidding when I say this because I don't think it really matters. I'm gonna be sweaty and gross most of the time in all of that gear because it's hot in there. It's kind of like wearing winter gear, except it's summertime. But you know, I gotta look fierce. I've gotta look fierce in my matches, and so I'm contemplating a few different looks. Hopefully you guys can help me pick something. Here we go. Let me just run down the list. All for me this week. I will be traveling here very soon to Maryland. If you are also going to be at Longpoint, please find me, say hello, and I look forward to meeting anyone who will also be there. Next week, I will have a final countdown to Longpoint update, which won't be so much a countdown so much as a wrap up, basically detailing what happened, how I did, and all that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe, to like, let me know which look you thought was the most intimidating and sand snake-ish, and I will see you next week. Thanks guys, bye.